That's what I mean.
But there's stakes.
No,
What
I
I
don't
like
care.
about it is,
Don't care
what
about
I
the
like about-
stakes. It's human.
No, not as a human, but there's stakes with it.
You've got a god.
Thanos
You've got a
Thanos
god.
nearly
You've got
beat
a
them
whole-
twice. So,
We're back.
we're going to
No,
review...
technically not. But
Oh, well, maybe. Who knows? But we're going to review the biggest, maybe the biggest cultural phenomenon of the past 20 years.
the biggest movie
The Marvel
experience
cinematic
ever.
universe.
Yes.
Dun, dun,
MCU.
dun.
Was it phase 3?
This phase 3.
Phase 3 has come to its culmination with Endgame. So we're going to talk about Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Endgame, if anyone.
I loved it.
I loved it too. I thought it was...
Every second.
It wasn't perfect,
No,
but
it wasn't just far from.
For me, it was perfect.
it was perfect for you.
Perfect.
This is coming from you.
Yeah.
Perfection. Wow.
It was perfect.
That is a
You don't
big
think
wow.
anything's perfect.
That is a big wow.
That's a big.
It's a massive wow.
But it's been 22 films in the making. When you think about that, think about they've created something in cinema, 22 films long that they're able to, something that's created enough money that they're like, keep on doing it. People don't get your bored, keep doing it. And
Watch
no one
more.
stopped that. So
What's the only? It's only James Bond that's come close to that, isn't it?
yeah, it must be.
That's it.
There's probably some random Bollywood franchise or something that's got more films. No doubt one of the 5 viewers watching will correct us on that later. but it's
Taking the piss, man.
but yeah, the culmination of for something to go on that long and keep up the quality it did.
But here's the kicker. What did you think, Jmaine?
I didn't really like certain parts of the film. The film wasn't bad, to be fair, but there's certain parts of the film I just did not like and I didn't agree with.
You can't please all of the people all the
No,
time.
you can't.
Can you?
But at the end of the day, it's my opinion, so and that's why we're having this. You know.
Okay, bro.
That's a kind of mojito. Getting all Diane Abbott on me. But for me, it wasn't perfect. Not a lot of things are. It being the culmination of 22 films, starting in 2008 with Iron Man. For that to start there and just to end up here, for me that's incredible. And there's been a few duds, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
For me, there's been one major dud, which
Yeah.
was Iron Man 3.
No, the first Hulk,
That wasn't even part of the MCU.
wasn't it?
Nah.
I
The
one?
second one was.
The second one.
Edward Norton one was.
Yeah.
Edward Norton. I thought Edward Norton one
That
was.
was alright.
That
It
was
was alright. It was better than the first Hulk.
No. That was the good one. Come on.
What,
Come
the
on.
Edward Norton one?
It
Is that the second?
Aye.
The Incredible Hulk, not
Yeah,
Hulk. The
Incredible
Incredible
Hulk.
Hulk.
The
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that
was
was
in the MCU.
yeah,
aight.
that was. Nah, I went. That was good. Man.
aight.
That was good.
Good film.
Iron Man 3 was the worst out of all of them.
Is that the one with that guy? Who,
The Mandarin.
When he had all these
That was-
suits
that
and
was-
blew
that
them
was
up.
just
It was
pointless.
pointless
Pointless.
movie.
Yeah.
And then you know what it upsets me the most? Because I spent the most money watching that. Because I took the entire family. It cost me like £80.
Oof.
And it was the worst one. I was like, oh, well.
Last time I take all the family.
Quite
Remembering
literally.
it again. I read comic books as a kid. I think I mainly read X-Men comics and stuff. So I was never into them. But I didn't even realise until the other reading something online the other day. Really Reddit. Shout out Reddit. But reading Reddit, that Iron Man wasn't even that big a comic book character.
Like I
The comic
said
books.
before, that all those main 6, take out the Hulk, they're all B-list characters.
All of them, really?
All of them.
Because I suppose when you think, obviously when they were creating the MCU, they didn't have the rights to Spider-Man at the time. For me, Spider-Man was the biggest comic book character. Obviously, we're not barring Batman, who's obviously DC.
We're talking Marvel, so yeah.
we're not
Sorry,
we're
you
not
can't
talking
really
about that
You can't
film.
really include
Yeah,
Batman and Superman.
Spider-Man and X-Men, Fantastic Four. They were the big ones. Even Spider-Man didn't come close to X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, I think Hulk was big back in the day.
Yeah,
as well.
Hulk was
Hulk's
big,
always
but,
been big.
but
But
from
then-
comic books and pop culture wise,
Yeah.
X-Men was the
Yeah,
biggest.
yeah,
thing.
X-Men was.
Do you think we'll ever see anything of the likes of this ever again? Pop culture-wise, this kind of...
We'll see copies of it, but it will never be done this well.
Hopefully
again.
they come close. Hopefully.
They'll come close. There'll be
Hopefully.
copies.
I'm not saying there will be. I'm saying hopefully.
Yeah, my vision of this is it's going to be everybody trying this formula
Yeah.
now
'Cause
because
even
of
if-
how big it was.
Yeah.
Even if you look at sort of you mentioned James Bond, sort of like close, sort of the amount of films. No other franchise or anything has created a universe like this. James Bond, they reboot it every now and again.
Yeah.
New characters, they completely
Same story.
flip the script. Star Wars, I like Star Wars, but they tell the same story again, just for a new audience, and they're rebooting it again. I don't think there's ever literally 22 separate
Individual
stories,
movies.
individual
Standalone
stories.
as well.
Standalone. Probably the only films that you couldn't watch as standalone films, or the only one you couldn't watch as a standalone film, would be probably this one.
Endgame.
And that's because it's part 2 of a part 1.
Yeah.
You could probably watch Infinity War as a standalone film, because you'd be able to switch off and think, well, it's just a load of people wearing costumes, beating the crap out of each other. To create something like that and then to bookmark it here, and obviously they're going to do more going forward. But what I liked about this is this felt like the end of those. It was like, this, we've finished this bit now, we're going to move on. It'll still be in the same universe, but that bit's gone now. It's been and gone. Shout out, obviously Tony Stark dies, Captain America's 90 odd, or 100 years old. One thing with that, I don't think he could age.
Why can he age?
Because Geezer's fucking super soldier serum and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, he can age.
Yeah, but remember, it's 70 years when he was in Endgame. So, 70 years from when they created it.
Then he goes back.
Then he goes back.
Goes
doesn't
back.
he?
He's like, yeah.
And she's
Oh,
obviously
man.
dead. That's why he's come back.
Yeah.
So he's
gone
outlived
back to get
Peggy,
her,
isn't he? And-
Because he can't get drunk, can he?
yeah.
No. Don't you remember it's in Captain America, in the first one, he can't get drunk. They're saying about drinking. He's like, well, because his cells replace so quickly, because he's got super soldier serum, he can't get drunk.
That's bullshit. I never saw that.
It's
in
whack
any of
for
the
him. Whack for him to imagine that.
It's Thor that didn't really get drunk in the earlier ones. Can't remember when he was drinking with Stan Lee. Excelsior.
Yeah.
If anything, though, if anything, though, that shows how much of an alcoholic he is in this one. He's got drunk in it.
But that's what you didn't like about one of the things
he
you
was-
didn't like,
he was-
his
no,
character.
I didn't like it. The way he was just fat and crying all the time. It's fucking man up, man.
But what I liked about that is it showed his human side, even though he's not a human, he's Asgardian, but it showed this human side because he completely, in his eyes, messed up. If he could have stopped half of the universe being wiped
He was
out
go for the head.
if he'd gone for the head. And even then, Thanos had the chance to take the piss out of him back to him. It is there and he's pushing
And the only reason he didn't go for the head was because he was cocky.
Yeah.
And so that guilt, I think
Strongest
that's
Avenger.
the explanation.
Yeah.
strongest Avenger.
But I-
Fair, he's always been cocky in every film up until now. He's been cocky and standing.
Didn't you find him hilarious in it?
Yeah and no.
I thought
It was the
joke.
best thing they did with Thor, though, because there was the first Thor film, which I really enjoyed. Dark World,
Yeah.
terrible.
Ragnarok was awesome.
Ragnarok was. I think Ragnarok was the best.
And they'd hinted at the humour and stuff in Avengers, didn't they? That reminds my brother. He just killed 50 people. He's adopted. But and then obviously Ragnarok, I thought was brilliant because then it showed like the humour side of things. What did you think about the whole fat Thor?
I thought it was brilliant. Everyone knew he was the most ripped person
Yeah.
out of all of them. He's like this god and all this stuff. To make him that vulnerable, I thought it was genius. They completely flipped the switch on.
And what I liked
But
about
I
it,
think they flipped the script on Hulk as well. So he got battered, he didn't want to come out, and then obviously he's come back, but then Bruce has learned to control both of them. So they're both, you know what I mean, and he just made him.
what you didn't like that.
I didn't like it at all because that's.
But then what I like about these films is they develop the characters. It's not just superhero batters supervillain. Everyone wins.
Yeah, I understand that, but in Ragnarok, Hulk wasn't fighting all the time. There was, a stage where he was talking and.
But then what had
You could
happened at the end
communicate
of
with
because obviously what had happened at the end of Age of Ultron was he leveled that city in near Wakanda, leveled the city, and he was like, "F this, I'm out. I can't handle. I'm dangerous. I'm gonna leave," because he just leaves in the Quinjet, doesn't he? Then ends up going through a wormhole and ends up in the thing, and he ends up being Hulk for something like 10 years.
Yeah.
Because Banner can't come out.
Yeah.
And then obviously everyone's understanding of Hulk used to be he gets angry, turns into the Hulk, but it's not that. It's the two different characters, like split personality, and he nails it in Endgame because Thanos beat the shit out of him.
No. What it is for me is, I've never watched a film. You watch films and directors make movies and they make them in their style. They make them the way they envision it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never watched a film that was so catered to the fans as Endgame.
Yeah.
They literally was like, this is our send off, and it's for you.
It was like a love letter for the all of it. Yeah.
Which Hulk do you like? The Avengers Hulk or Infinity War Hulk? Ragnarok Hulk. Yeah. So you got that Hulk.
Yeah.
This is a Hulk from the comics, Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
So those fans were asking for this character to come in. So we're going to cater to them as well.
Yeah.
So you had your Hulk.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
if you put it that way, then
it's like it's for all the fans. So you want some Professor? Here you go. Have some Professor Hulk. Oh, you want to see the vulnerable side of Thor because he's not going to be winning all the time because he absolutely killed it in Infinity War. Here's that. I just felt like they were just constantly feeding us.
But did they have that Thor in the comics though?
I don't remember that Thor in the comics.
But then I also...
So again, why the fuck was he here?
But think about it. They had to make him less than Infinity War. Because there's no fight then. If you think of how good he was in Infinity War, how can that Thor struggle?
Okay, so when he saw his mom, when he went back in time, and his mom spoke to him, why couldn't that Thor come back? Why couldn't that strong Thor come back? Because
of everything that's happened to him previously.
No. But he needed that speech from his mom. He got everybody. Look, when you're down and you need that strong speech from your mom, and you get it, you feel 10 times better. It never happened with him.
It did. It still did. Because he gets the hammer back.
Because before he spoke to his mum. Before he spoke to his mum, he was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, I hear that.
And then he was like, give me the glove, let me do this.
Yeah,
so he obviously changed his personality.
If that's the case, then why the hell did it take a human to take the stones off? What's his face? Thanos. That's what I didn't like. But
the stakes.
No, I don't care. Don't care about the stakes. He's human.
No, not as human, but the stakes with it.
You've got a god.
Thanos nearly beat them twice. Nearly beat them twice.
You've got some god. Captain America. How can you pick up the... No. How can
what? Him pick up the hammer? How can he pick up the hammer? Because... he nearly picked up the hammer in fucking Age of Ultron. It moves. And do you know why it only moved then? He couldn't pick it up. Because he was keeping a secret from one of his close friends. His best mate killed his dad.
How can he have all the electricity and all that? He ain't electric.
No, because he's channeling that electricity. He's not controlling it.
That's
Mjolnir, whatever
that's
it
wrong.
channels it.
But then again, this is my point again.
Or Thor was channeling it as well.
This is my point again, because in the comics, Captain America wields Mjolnir. Yeah. He uses it. So again, they're going by the comics. You can't, because it's like, oh, he can't do that. Yeah, because he actually can. It's like saying Spider-Man can't swing across buildings. Yeah, he can, because that's what.
And what I like about it is, as well, with that whole thing, before that happens, Thanos is beating the crap out of both of them.
Yeah,
he's smashing Captain America's sword to bits. Just before that, he's got Thor on the floor. Thor tries to get Stormbreaker, doesn't it? And then Thanos catches it, and I was like, oh. When he did that, I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. He's like pushing it, and then, what is it?
He pushes it in his chest,
He's pushing it into his chest.
Which was where he pushed it into.
And then you hear it coming back or something, and then you just clink, and you just see him catch it. I was like, yeah.
What did you do in the cinema at that point?
I was like, oh.
I was literally,
snap.
You know what I did?
I wanted blood. That's what I said.
And then I did it.
That's exactly what Miller said today.
And I did it as well.
He was like, stop it, switch it off. He was cussing.
And then I did it when Thor went bing, bing, and both of them was like, oh, here we go.
You take the small one.
Give me that back.
For me, there were so many of those moments. Like, oh. It wasn't 21 movies to lead to Endgame for me. It was 21 movies to lead to the last half hour of the Endgame. That's what it was about.
It was an hour. It was
last hour.
What, the fight?
Yeah.
It was an hour.
Last hour, that's what everything led up to. And that shot, when they're all running and every hero was in it.
And they're all coming out.
No, not even when they came out. When they started running, they're charging. It pans out and there's a shot and then every single one of them's in it. And I was like, that's what it led up to. That's the how. Yeah. They've just showed us how they did it. Yeah. Everyone is there.
My favourite bit is, I can't remember if it was just Captain America or it was the three of them. Him there, and then Thanos just sat down in like the pan shot there, and then walking over. And what I liked about this is, Thanos was two different people, because in Infinity War, he's more relaxed. He knows he's getting the stones. Yeah. He's took off the armor because he's not fighting the battles anymore. He knows in Infinity War, he knows he's going to get that stuff. He knows he's going to get it. At some point, he's going to win.
He's more chilled out.
He's going to win. In this film, he hasn't. Has he got any of them yet? He's got the Power Stone, hasn't he?
He's got one.
No, he didn't have any. They had them all.
Oh, he hadn't got no.
He didn't have any.
He didn't have any. And
No, he was setting out to get them.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he didn't have any.
Yeah,
but he
it's
was
because
savage
of
with it, wasn't he?
it's because of what's the other
Nebula.
daughter there? Yeah, she had a signal come through, and he was like,
Oh,
Yeah, so
So
then
then-
he knew that
yeah,
he was
he
going to
didn't
get
have
them.
any. And
But-
he was savage, and he was this.
But then
like,
he saw the resistance that he was going to get.
and
And
then
that's why he turned savage. He's like, oh, they're not even going to be happy that I've done this stuff. They're going to actually come for me and chop my head off.
sort of kill everyone,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
just start it
Start
all
again.
again. Yeah, I loved how it started as well. Film starts and it's like all gone to shit. Everyone's gone, and then I did not think they'd do. Oh, we're just going to rock up there, get the stones back. Well, he's used them again, and they get there and he's used them all. He's relaxed. He's living his farmer life.
yeah, he had to
He's
use
got his vest on.
He had to use the stones to destroy the stones.
Did you have any preconceptions before watching the film? Do you have an idea of where it was going to go or think you wanted it
Tell
to
you
go
what
a
shocked
certain
me.
way?
What shocked me about the film was that the whole idea came from Ant-Man.
Or the quantum realm.
Yeah,
His idea was
yeah.
sort
Well,
of just,
to me, it was Ant-Man really saved the day.
See, and everybody's doing that, and then some people saying the rat and stuff like that. Do you know who saved the day?
Who?
Doctor Strange. Why is nobody giving this guy credit? Because he literally let everything play out the way it
Yeah.
should have played.
Yeah,
and then that's why we know because the ancient one isn't going to give the time stone up because obviously she's seen all realities as well.
Yeah.
If she doesn't give it up until Professor Hulk goes, well,
Dr.
he
Strange
gave it up.
was
She's like,
give it up.
What? Yeah, he gave it up.
Because
And she's
we're,
like,
we're,
okay.
we're forgetting that he's seen 14 million
million
different
different
ways.
adventures.
And this was the only one. So when they were in Infinity War and they had that fight, he had to fight him. It had to go that way.
Yeah.
He had to then beat Iron Man and stab him. He had to then give him the time stone and disappear.
my-
and stuff. You know
my-
what I mean? For
Yeah.
all to
Yeah.
pan out.
Yeah.
The rat coming out, he had seen that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He had seen Ant-Man come back. So he's the
My-
MVP for me.
Yeah.
preconceptions. I knew either it was going to come down to at some point either Captain America or Iron Man were going to die doing some kind
Yeah,
of snap.
I
Either-
can't-
I
I
thought it'd be,
I
I
didn't
thought
think
it'd be
that
to
too.
reverse it. I knew either of them were going to die. But you had to have stakes. Someone has got to go. Someone had to
Yeah,
go.
man, them two were the strongest two. Like, you remember when it was two sides? Them two were the
Civil
strongest.
War.
The Civil War. Them two were the two strongest, like, minds or whatever, however you want to call it. So,
I don't care.
one of them
My
had to go.
argument is Iron Man could have beat Captain America in that fight. He just didn't.
Yeah, no,
No.
he had backup, didn't he? Oh, Bucky is.
That's what I mean. Iron Man could have beaten him because hand to hand is like just analyse it and then he was
Yeah.
beating it. Yeah,
Until Bucky and his one-arm self come in. And
Winter Soldier.
Why does he always stand there just like?
we come to the conclusion now. He's useless. Yeah.
Who, Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Do you know what he looks like a pissed off take that person. They're not letting me sing no more.
No wonder bloody Steve Rogers gave Falcon the shield.
Yeah. It's like you don't really do much.
Yeah, stand there with a fucking gun.
Chill over there with your emo self. Give it this big Falcon.
What do you think about that?
What, Falcon
good.
getting the shield?
It was good. I was like, yes, black.
How's he going to... Because he ain't got no superpowers.
It's in the comics.
Yeah, I know it's in the comics, but
Supposed to happen.
Captain America's super soldier, got all super reflexes, can beat the shit out of anyone.
Yeah.
Then
Falcon's got
super old.
some metal wings. Falcon's got wings, man. In the comics, does he have the shield and the wings?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Eagle and all that. Yeah, Eagle.
I'm sure he'll do just fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
There'll be a series in that. Him and Winter Soldier.
Well, they're doing a series, aren't they, with Loki, because he disappears with the Tesseract.
Yeah, that was.
They're doing it-
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
I forgot about that.
That's the series. When
Forgot
they're doing
about that.
Disney.
That was a good little scene that was.
So what did you think about my girl, Captain Marvel?
I
I like what they did.
I thought she was alright.
I thought it was
I
decent.
thought she was alright.
I heard people when I walked out the cinema and heard people speaking about it. Wow, it's just ridiculous. Where's she been the entire time? What's she doing? It's like she don't care.
Well, no, but no, okay.
said she
No, but it's
was
like you
there.
said. It's like you
Yeah,
said.
she was doing
The universe has a lot more planets.
That
You
don't
know
have
what I
you
mean?
guys.
Yeah.
She don't care. Are you coming back soon? She's like, no.
Don't expect to see me for a while.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
I've
not.
got things to
Don't page me.
do.
Fucking chill with the raccoon. I ain't coming back. No.
But when she came back, that was big. When they were shooting the guns up in the sky and then she
Yeah.
came back, flew through the ship. I was like, well
Yeah.
then.
There she is.
Yeah, because
That's
everyone was
how
like,
it is,
what are they shooting at?
It's when Thanos tried to headbutt her. Like, what? Stood there.
I'm using the power stone. Yeah. Get up! Boom!
She was busting his hand, did you see it?
Yeah.
She was busting his hand back. He's like, oh,
Yeah, she held him.
yeah.
Catch,
Held
bitch! And what I like as well, because this book's marked the end of it, because now we're getting these far more powerful characters. You've got Captain Marvel, and we're going to look at all that kind of thing in his space and the rest of the universe, because you wouldn't be able to, and this is why they've done it, you wouldn't be able to continue the stakes with
Captain America
and Iron Man and all that stuff when you've got Captain Marvel that can destroy spaceships.
Yeah.
Just
With
not even
her
do anything,
face.
just go.
With her face. With her face.
Yeah.
You got, it wouldn't
And
work.
not
It
shoot it in
wouldn't work,
pause,
would
yeah,
it?
she's
It
just-
wouldn't work. They're like, I'm the strongest Avenger.
She just loves war. She just loves war.
It wouldn't work anymore. So obviously it's up in the stakes now, and it's.
I don't want to see any of them in any more movies.
No.
You don't think Thor's going to be in the next Guardians?
I don't know, but I don't want to see him in it.
With these films, Chris Evans' film contract run was done.
All of them, all 6 of them's done.
Iron Man's was done. I don't think Hemsworth's is done.
All of them are done.
All of them are done.
Yeah. So unless
it's still
unless
rumoured.
I don't want to see
Is
him
Mark
in it.
Ruffalo's done as well?
Yeah, all of them.
But isn't there a new Spider-Man coming out?
Far away from
Far
home.
away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
us.
that's it.
But you didn't stay to the end, and that was the deep part. Because in the credits, they did everybody's credits. And then when it came to the 6,
Okay, can I just defend myself for not staying to the end? I went to see it at midnight on the day it came out. I'd worked the next day. It was
Okay.
like nearly 3:30.
Calls himself a fan.
You went to see it on the Saturday. I ain't having that film spoilt for me.
I didn't get it for it. I blocked my brother.
Oh no!
Locked.
So,
On
did someone,
everything.
Did someone have it spoiled for him?
No, he tried to.
Oh,
say
he tried
some
to.
stuff, and
Yeah.
that's
I wouldn't do
gone.
that. There's a special
Then I
place.
posted it. Anybody else want to
There's
go?
a special
It's still
place.
deleted.
There's
No,
a special.
yeah,
literally- I went to send him a message the other day and I couldn't. I was like, oh yeah.
There's a special place reserved
brother.
in hell for people that ruin
I know.
stuff like that for people on purpose. Obviously, sometimes it can happen by accident.
But anyway, you should have stayed because it did everybody. Then for the 6, it was like Hawkeye, and it was a special thing. It's just showing his character, and it signed.
Okay.
And that was signed for every single one of them, Thor included.
Okay.
And it was like a send off. And I was like, yeah, that's got to be it for them. It's got to be.
But then how they left it with Thor getting on the ship with the Guardians of the Galaxy, that for me was sort of a bit, maybe they're going to do...
Well, think about it. He hasn't got a home to go to now, has he? Really? Well, he's got his place on Earth, but that's not really home.
That's
for
what
him,
I
is it?
mean. So it's sort of...
What's the directors called? The Russo brothers. Maybe they don't give a damn.
No,
Maybe they ain't doing the next movie and thought, I'm going to screw it over the next director that has to figure this out.
No, there's still someone,
Just better.
master puppeteer above, is going, oh, hang on. Was it Kevin Feige?
Feige.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to see him in another movie. I think they should just close the book on them, all 6 of them. Because that's what a lot of people's complaints about the movie as well. Oh, I wanted to see this person, I want to see more of that person. It wasn't about them. It was
Because
about
the next
that
phase, it's,
6.
what is it?
It's about
done.
finishing it, yes.
But the next phase, what is it? It's Black Panther, obviously Falcon is Captain America,
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, Guardians still, because it's Guardians Volume 3, Captain
Captain
Marvel,
Marvel.
Ant-Man
And
and the Wasp.
her one's going to be where she's been.
I hear they're
Ant-Man and
making
the
a
Wasp.
Black Widow film.
Maybe
Yeah.
a prequel film or something.
Yeah.
I reckon that won't happen.
I think it. I was thinking it was going to
No,
more
there's
likely
talks
be
of it. There's talks of it.
A series.
No, I
in the
think it's going to
movie.
be. I think it's actually going to be a film.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, people will go.
I think, what is it,
I'll watch it.
Guardians is going to be
I was
them
upset when she died.
searching.
Though. I was upset when she died. I liked her.
There's a flaw in the plot.
You
Yeah.
think
'Cause
Hawkeye should have gone?
You have to sacrifice somebody. She
Yeah, you
committed
do.
suicide.
No, not well.
No, she did.
No,
She did, but
Hawkeye let
yeah,
go
no,
of
but
her.
he
No,
had
he
to.
didn't.
Hawkeye
She
let go.
pushed her off the wall.
No, but Hawkeye let go though.
No, he didn't. I've watched it 6 times. He does not let go.
6 times.
She says let go,
6 times.
pushes off the wall. Literally.
You
I
got
watched
to
it today.
I went to watch it last night. I turned it off
I watched it today.
because I had work this morning, so I turned it off.
But she pushes off, and I was like, well, he didn't really sacrifice.
Because what is it? Next is going to be what?
And also, all right, let's pick up some flaws. Because there was some flaws in that film. Let's be picky.
plot holes. 5 years difference. Obviously, Spider-Man comes back. It's been 5 years, and for the people that got snapped, got dusted.
Yeah.
It hadn't been 5 years. It had been like
5
what was
minutes.
it? They'd been, what was it? It said we were somewhere. Everyone was there together.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was there telling us it will be all right or something. We'll be back soon. And then they came back. And then it shows Spider-Man, Peter Parker, going back to high school with his
Yeah.
best friend. It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
How
Unless
are they
they
still at
all
school?
got dusted
Unless they all got dusted
and all
in
came back at the same time.
Yeah. So
Unless it is a prequel.
actually, you might have. Now, but then it sort of.
I think most of the humans did get dusted.
Half of them.
Oh, half of them. It was half of everything everywhere, wasn't
Well,
it?
the only humans that I seen get dusted was Hawkeye's family. I think that was a bit cold.
That was deep.
That was deep.
But I like that. So
Did you see this dust?
First 5 minutes, and then you're like, you watch it like, we know what's coming.
You know what I mean? And then he's calling for his dog. I was like, you poor bastard.
What are your plot holes?
I didn't really see any.
No?
I was just a bit too
I've
pissed
got
off.
a massive one Nobe's talking about. Thor took Mjolnir from that timeline.
Yeah.
Thor no longer has his hammer. Doesn't have Stormbreaker. And there's still Dark Elves in that timeline.
No, because Captain America took it back to solve the timeline. So don't.
Did he take it back to the actual
because,
time?
Yeah,
did
because he was taking. He had to take all the
okay.
stones back, didn't he? And they got the. So
what did he
ether.
do? Put the ether back in Jane?
Captain America's on his gap year,
What did they do with the ether?
travelling through time, having sex with Peggy Carter and Natalie Portman. But yeah, he took because that was one of mine. I was like, hang on a minute, because Cap didn't come back with it. Did
Yeah, I
he?
saw him with the hammer at the end. He
He
the
had
hammer
it.
at the
He
end,
picked it. Yeah, so he takes it back because that was what Hulk was saying to Thingy. Well, can we not take them and then we'll bring them back and fix that hole? And that's what I
Well,
like.
that's even better then.
That's what I like.
They
About
fixed that plot hole.
That's what I liked about the film as well. Like within the film, they explained the way they were going to do time travel. They literally explained it in the film because she was like, "Well, no, you can't do it. It creates a new reality, does this?" He's like, "Bitch, I've thought the way through this. We'll just
That was
we'll
nice
just
as
take
well,
it and
isn't it?
we'll do this and we'll."
That
solve
she
it.
was fighting the Battle of New York as well.
Yeah.
All those just little subtle things they put in. That's it for plot holes for me. As a lot of people saying there's massive plot holes.
I don't think it was because I didn't really see any, to be honest with you.
think
Apart from what you guys picked on, but that's it.
My one was that I watched. I was like, "Hang on a minute, why are they still at school? It's been 5 years. Kid's dumb as." Or they're like this. Yeah, that kid's just not tried at school whatsoever.
You in the
5
special
years
class.
behind. Yeah, special class.
What's the your favourite moment of the movie?
When they all came out, when they all come back, I felt a bit tingling.
Bit emotional.
Yeah, I did. I actually
I
did.
got emotional.
I actually did. I
On your left.
I thought I was gonna cry. I sat there with my baby and I was like, "Stop crying!" I was like, "It weren't me. It weren't me."
I thought I don't know what I thought when I sat there and you heard Sam's voice.
Yeah.
For some reason, I completely forgot
wait, on your
there
left.
was other characters
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah, because
And
they made you
yeah, it was
believe
like, oh,
that they're
I
not
was like,
coming
oh,
back.
Cap's done. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
it. On your left, I was like, oh yes.
But then
oh,
even because obviously, but even because it was like radio, wasn't it? They were still like linked. Yeah. And the stuff like obviously when they brought them back with the phone or bits like that. My favourite bit is Cap with the hammer, because you've seen Thanos has beat the crap out of him. It's just that bit of how powerful Thanos was there anyway. Catching Stormbreaker doing that, putting his weapon thing, that knife with no handles, when he puts it in and then he's smashing that shield to bits. And I'm pretty sure as well, what was it? His arm was broken. Wasn't it, I think? He broke his arm.
Dislocated. It dislocated.
He was like done.
He
was like,
snapped it back.
and then just with the hammer. Yeah. And then Thor with, I knew it! Like, no, you didn't. Like, come on, man. You just didn't want to. Yeah.
But yeah,
Thor with the hammer.
Black Panther walking through the portal.
Yeah.
I was just oh.
So you look like you're gonna cry now.
Oh,
Squidward broke him up though, didn't he? He got him all.
Nah,
Wizard guy
he
broke
got
him
the
up.
thing and threw it to Spider-Man, didn't it? You know he busts his way out there. T'Challa, man. You know,
It's good. He was
Or insta kill.
Instant kill.
Instant kill.
Activate.
Because what was it
instant
in
kill.
Homecoming? He said about activating. It's like cancel.
But that's what I was
kill.
saying. Is those little bites was like for the fans.
Yeah.
Like
Call back.
Instant kill. Let's put that in there. The fans will love it.
Yeah.
So in summation, greatest film of all time.
And the thing for me, it's going to be hard going forward with what they bring out next, because it's going to be like, how do they go on from here?
I don't even
They
care.
have to keep it.
I don't even care right
It's
now.
like you said, they've done. They can't go on from here.
No, not as in those characters, but obviously
Spider-Man
It's not
and-
going to stop. It's
Yeah,
a money-making juggernaut.
With
but-
that, we don't even have a clue where they're gonna go. So I ain't even
Well, I thought
speculating.
they're going to go with all, because it's going to be a Doctor Strange 2. Obviously, we've got Guardians, we've got Spider-Man.
Look, Marvel's that
Marvel.
big. Who knows?
Yeah,
They're
we
going
know
to
where they're
be
gonna go.
the Eternals and all that, aren't they? these.
Yeah, I heard about that. The
You saw what
Eternals.
is it, Dormammu or
That's like a new group that they're making. Because
what is it?
Is it the Collector? He's got them in it.
Galactus. Do you remember Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with the weird gold people? They were creating something to
Yes,
fight
Adam
against them.
Warlock.
That's it, Adam Warlock. They were creating Adam Warlock.
That-
Who's
gotta be.
the guy with the white hair? He's the Collector, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's dead, isn't he?
No. He had some warriors in his collector room. I think they're gonna make a film of speculating that they're gonna make a film about them. So
Okay.
that could be
Yeah,
the
but
next
they said
thing.
I've heard whispers about Celestial.
Because one of my friends
Yeah.
constantly
Galactus
goes,
and them.
"Oh, they need to do a Hulk film. They're going to do a Hulk film." Like,
Nah,
bro,
Hulk
I'm like,
is done, man. It's done
I'm like,
to
no.
death.
I'm like, honestly, as much as I'd love to see that, that's what Ragnarok was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was Planet Hulk.
Planet
that
Hulk,
Hulk,
yeah.
It was him going away being Hulk.
Unless it's Red Hulk or something like that.
World Breaker Hulk or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Because what
She-Hulk.
then they did, was it, they did one where he come back and he like destroyed Planet Earth. or
Earth,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Step.
Yeah.
Who was your favourite character in it?
In that movie,
Yeah.
Cap. When he said Avengers Assemble, I lost my shit. Avengers!
Your favourite character in it, even though you're a hater, but yeah.
And I'm not even a Cap
Ant-Man.
fan. That was the worst part.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man
was good,
did it for me. No,
His taco.
I found him funny.
Yeah.
He tried to get involved, even though people were, ignoring him.
What do you mean try to get involved?
No,
I was
no,
fucking
no,
100
no.
feet tall.
Listen. Without,
Couldn't be any more involved. If
when
he-
Captain America and Iron Man were talking, he was like, "Steve, no,
Yeah.
they're ignoring him." I was like,
Cap Steve.
Listen to him.
Right,
And then, when the kid is taking a picture of Hulk, he's,
Yeah.
I'm Ant-Man, and he's
Bro.
like, no, I don't want
Nah,
it.
he was good. He was good.
But yeah.
Everybody had their moment in this film, I think.
Iron Man for me. Just
I
how
am.
how he did give Thanos the slip. And the plunk. And the stakes he had with it as well. You just, that's how you knew it was coming, because he had the family and stuff and he just did it. And then I didn't cry nearly when, what is it? Pepper just goes, "You can rest now." I
Yeah,
was like, oh
that was
shit.
deep. That was deep.
You can rest now.
One thing as well, I did like how Pepper came out in her
Rescue.
suit. I was like, ooh,
Rescue.
ooh.
Another comic book character that
Yeah.
paid you into the fact. This is my point. The way they did it.
No, done. Well done,
Well
Marvel.
done.
Well done.
Whatever it takes.
I like this one.